Hey guys, it's Harry from Inside Boxing Brain, and yes, you guessed right, we are back for another video. Before we get into the content, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Like the video as well with a thumbs up, and drop me a comment in the comment section below if you have any ideas, thoughts or comments that you would like to share. Today's video is a reaction to the official announcement for Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk. So today, breaking news, we have had the official announcement that Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk have agreed terms to fight in the new year. What does this mean for the heavyweight landscape? Well, number one, it means that we are going to have an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world in the new year. The first time in around about 20 years, actually. The last undisputed heavyweight champion that we actually had in this country was the one and the only Lennox Lewis. Drop me a comment down below in terms of what you think Lennox Lewis's best fight in his career was. Was it the Tyson Fury? Was it the Mike Tyson knockout? But we are on the cusp now of having a brand new undisputed heavyweight champion. Now, one fight that needs to happen is the fight between Tyson and Oleksandr Usyk. And in the next year, we are most likely going to see that in Q1, so before April. In one of my last videos, I actually did a high-level breakdown in terms of the strengths and weaknesses of both fighters. And in that video, you can probably watch it back and tell that I was supporting Tyson Fury. Now, following the announcement, my thought process hasn't actually changed at all. I still think that Tyson Fury is most definitely the favourite going into that fight. And I actually think in terms of the skills that he has, he's the only fighter currently within the heavyweight division who could potentially stop an Oleksandr Usyk. And I'm going to explain a little bit in this video as to why I think that is the case. So there's three main points that I want to cover off in today's video. To jump straight into the first point, what I want to talk about is the fact that Oleksandr Usyk actually competed down at middleweight in the amateur game. And up until he was around about 20, even into his mid-20s, Oleksandr Usyk was fighting at light heavy to cruiserweight. And he isn't naturally a heavyweight, so if you naturally see him as a man, his size and his stature, he isn't a big natural heavyweight. He is a light heavyweight to a cruiserweight. And I really think that in this fight against Tyson Fury, what's going to happen is that the size is going to really play as a major disadvantage for him. Tyson tends to use his body weight to try and lean on fighters. So once he lets a combination go, he'll put his body weight on a fighter and try and weigh them down, walk them back, maybe throw a few body shots in there as well. And I think against Oleksandr Usyk, that tactic is really going to be beneficial, because Oleksandr Usyk isn't going to be able to deal with Tyson's size and his weight, because in the heavyweight boxing ring, the fight is most likely a slower fight. So what you've got to really do is try and use your body size, your weight, your strength to impose your presence on your opponent. And Oleksandr Usyk just doesn't have the physical prowess to be able to stand there and go toe-to-toe with Tyson Fury when it comes down to using his natural attributes. To put it into scope, you could say that Anthony Joshua is also a much bigger, taller, heavier, stronger man. But if you look at the way that Anthony Joshua fights, he's very much a combination puncher, and then he'll dart back in and out. He'll try and find his distance to let his shots go. He doesn't tend to walk people down with his body weight, stand in front of them, try catch a shot, and then let 2 or 3 shots go. He's very much a static 1, 2, 3 and away type of fighter. And that is the main reason as to why Anthony Joshua couldn't use a similar tactic in his fight against Oleksandr Usyk. Point 1. Moving on to point number 2. Tyson Fury's power is massively underrated. Historically, Tyson Fury has never been a major knockout artist. He's never been one of those fighters who we would say is a world-class knockout puncher. But what Tyson Fury has started doing now is using his size and his weight to leverage his punches to have the maximum amount of power. So what does this mean in the ring for Oleksandr Usyk? It means that Tyson Fury is going to have a lot of spite in his punches. And he's going to be sitting down on them punches and putting his entire body weight behind it. So when a shot rides in, it's not only coming from his hand or his arm, it's coming from his entire body weight. And that is really going to pay dividends in the ring. Because I don't personally feel that a fighter coming up from middleweight is going to be able to compete at the upper echelons of the heavyweight division. Even if you could say he's a quicker, more agile, nimble, speedster, technician, he's not going to be able to absorb the damage that Tyson is going to unleash within that ring. Number 3, and the final point that I want to raise, is that Tyson Fury is the greatest heavyweight of this generation. Not only in the ring, but the way he adapts and makes changes and calculates the changes that he needs to make in the ring. The word that I'm looking for is adapt. Tyson Fury adapts within the ring. So all of this herky-jerky type of movement coming from Usyk is only going to work for a very short period of time. And what's going to happen is Tyson's going to time that herky-jerky movement with a hook or with a straight hand, or he's going to keep pinging out that jab, catching him, slowing him down to the point where he finally decides to unleash a big one, and it's going to be good night, Oleksandr Usyk. So, I'm really interested to see how this one pans out. This is not my official prediction. I am going to do an official prediction video a little bit closer to the fight. But at this point, I just thought it might be very interesting to do a little bit of a reaction video to the announcement. Those are the 3 main things that I see really playing dividends in this fight. And yes, you may call me biased, but I feel that in this undisputed heavyweight championship fight, Tyson Fury is the favourite and Oleksandr Usyk is second best. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Do drop me a comment if you're interested in today's video, because I am interested in hearing what you think and what your opinions are on this subject. Give me a thumbs up on this video as well if you've liked it. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We are not a million miles away from hitting the 1,000 subscribers. And as I said, we've got a giveaway ready to go. If you want to enter the competition, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop me a comment in the comments section. I'll be picking one at random to send you a goodie box full of boxing equipment. It's Harry from Inside Boxing Brain. Boom! Yes, you guessed right. We'll be back for another video very soon. Peace!